Greetings and welcome to News TV. I am Makanaka Masengama. Stories making the headlines. Befitting memorial for Build Zimbabwe deputy leader Pilbrough. In the courts, state case weakens as key witness in Pilra trial disowns statement. In business, Zimbabwe's 2018 revenue collections surpassed by $1 billion. In sports, Zim Rugby Academy set for SA training camp ahead of Supersport Challenge. Now the news in greater detail. Some 200 people converged at Harare's Celebration Center to remember the passing on of Build Zimbabwe Alliance Deputy President William Pilbrough. Pilbrough, who was BZA leader Noah Manyika's running mate in last year's presidential election, collapsed and died on April 4 this year. Eulogies poured from friends and family at the touching event attended by Manyika and successful businessman Nigel Chanakira, amongst many others.
William was an amazing man, and the wonderful thing about people like that is that you may know them for a very short period of time, but they'll leave a mark. He was brave, and he was sometimes almost in a hurry, because it's almost as if he knew that his time was going to be short. And I think it's a powerful lesson for all of us to make the most of the time that we have. We have suffered a tremendous loss, but at the same time, I think we'll make the most out of the example that he set.
Pilbrough, born in 1972 in Chinoi, became famous after he successfully challenged in court then Registrar General Tobaiwa Mudede, who had revoked his citizenship. He is survived by wife Barbara and two daughters, Chloe and Hannah. In the courts, one of the state's key witnesses in a case in which former Health Minister David Pilra is accused of unlawfully appointing his relative as the National Pharmaceutical Company Managing Director has disowned his sworn statement. Dr. George Washaya, former NatFarm Board chairperson, accused the police of playing around with his statement, as what he told them when he gave statement is different from what is now before the court. Washaya said when the police took his statement, they brought a document which he signed but did not bother to scrutinize after trusting the company's legal advisor, who told him to just sign. The trial continues next week. Still in the courts, two Kuwadzana residents have been dragged before the court for the murder of a man in cold blood during a fight over a hookah. Trimo White and Roy Kufa Kudrochki were on Friday arraigned before a Harare magistrate facing murder charges. They appeared before Harare magistrate Victoria Mashamba, who advised them to seek bail at the High Court. It is the state's case that on early this week at a local drinking spot, there was an altercation after the deceased, who is yet to be named in court papers, approached a lady of the night who had been in the company of the accused. A fight ensued before one of the accused drew a knife and stabbed the victim. He, according to court papers, died on the way to hospital. In business, Zimbabwe surpassed its revenue collections targets for the year 2018 by $1.18 billion, a 28th fourth quarter report released by the Finance Ministry has revealed. The report observes that the policies aimed at widening the tax revenue base in the final quarter contributed to the surplus end. In comparison, fourth quarter revenues surpassed third quarter revenues of $1.3 billion by 31.3%, reflecting high inflation impact as well as the introduction of the intermediated money transfer tax in November. The country's economy grew by 4% in 2018, falling below the set projection of 4.5%. We shall be taking a short break. We will be back soon.
I joined Diaspora Funeral Police when my father passed away Without them, I don't know where I could have started with all the things I covered for the funeral. For me, to be honest, diaspora cash plan, it was very easy, good transaction. It was only a matter of a phone call. Then they said they would do everything the rest. To be honest, by end of the day, I got the settlement.
In sports, the Zimbabwe Academy side will hold a 2-week training camp in Cape Town, South Africa, ahead of their first 2019 SuperSport Challenge match against Sharks at the False Bay Rugby Club on May 4. International mining investment company Z2 Resources will be the main sponsor of the team, along with Potnex International, a South African ferrochrome producer, and Zimbabwean Atney firm Titan Law. International sports brand BLK will be the Zimbabwe Rugby Academy official kit sponsor. The Zimbabwe Academy side will be coached by former Sables captain Brendan Dawson, who will be assisted by ex-South Africa international Tonderai Javanga. To end this news bulletin, here is a recap of headlines once more. Befitting memorial for Build Zimbabwe deputy leader Pilbrough. In the courts, state case weakens as key witness in Paringato trial disowns statement. In business, Zimbabwe's 2018 revenue collections surpassed by $1 billion. In sports, Zim Rugby Academy set for SA training camp ahead of SuperSport Challenge. Reporting for NewsZimbabwe.com, I am Makanaka Masenyama. For this and more stories, do visit our website www.newszimbabwe.com and our YouTube channel, NewsMTV.